Now then, so today we're running a bit of self-wound. Now, the kind of reason for this is I was thinking about what would perform well in the meta at the moment, beyond typical Golden Nekker stuff, specifically what would perform well considering everybody's going Golden Nekker. So my first thought was, well, nobody's running Muzzle or Heatwave because Golden Nekker doesn't allow it, and those two cards cripple self-damage, because you can Heatwave a Melusine, you can muzzle Sigvold, and there's not really much you can do at that point once both of those things have happened. And considering Golden Nekker decks can't run that, so you're kind of free to get away with it. Self-Wound, in theory, should perform quite well, and I found that it really does. It has a lot of point output, and typically decks aren't too control heavy, the Golden Nekker kind of decks, which kind of allows you to sit there, do your own thing, and generate a huge amount of points. Now, if you never played this deck before, quite a bit of decision making goes into it. You're almost certainly going to make some mistakes. I know I do very regularly playing this deck. But the general idea is you want to get your Melusine down in round 1, let that get as tall as possible, and then you want to go straight in, summon it back out, whether that's in a round 2 bleed, whether that's in round 3, however it works out, and put down your Sigvold. Now, Sigvold, you're going to keep getting bleeding onto it. For example, is one of the best ways to do this because you can keep hitting him for damage again and again and again. Doesn't take the damage, just gets bleeding. You can really pile on the bleeding. You chuck a Mardrum on him, get very tall. Can then ping him every single turn for about 7 more points of bleeding to deal like 7 damage to an opponent's card, and then at the end you just click your Sigvold for if he's left alone for the entire round, getting him over 70 points is not unreasonable. And even if that doesn't work out, Melusine just ticking away is going to be over 30 points. If you can keep clicking your order on Melusine every turn, get a damage down, a restore onto Melusine is going to be kind of insane. Get her up to, again, into the 60, 70 points kind of area. A lot of potential. Obviously, you're a little bit scared of a Ornate Sensor. That can be very scary, but all things considered, it's a very strong deck. So yeah, I'll go into the games. I think that's kind of the best way to show how this deck works, and I will catch you in the next one. Precision Strike could be a little annoying, because they're quite heavy on the removal side of things. But we'll see what we can get done. I think we can definitely something done here. In terms of the hand, it works. It works. Like Doragore for a Vanadane. So I think we're just digging for a Melusine. That makes the most sense. It's whether it's an era we pull Mel. They may be running Javier. Let's put Freya's Blessing at the bottom. I would have done one of these, but this hand's already kind of clumsy. We can't go super far. Company straight away is definitely interesting. I don't mind using Restore this round, if we need to. That would be totally fine with me. Wow, really going for it. This suggests maybe a clumsy hand for them. They've got to go for this. They could also be looking to get the pings and see it as, okay, maybe we get lucky and snipe away Melusine, but I'm going to play this super carefully and make sure that ability basically. Okay. Yeah, they definitely want to get the kill onto Melusine, but we can stop that. Let's go. I mean, this honestly just makes the most sense. Keep the carryover going. Ah, it's a shame that comes out before. Shame also the rain didn't hit here. That would have been nice. But yeah, I could kind of see that that's what they were angling for. Trying to get Melusine down to deny us carryover. But I really want to win this round because I don't know for sure, but the chance of them having a squirrel, you know, very possible.
Calm the horse, son!
I'm thinking if we can get out of this in 2. So that functionally plays as 5. Again, optimistically we get 2 from the rain. When's Ceres coming out? Ceres will come out 10 after. Okay. Click. Could have clicked. Yeah, not clicking that was a mistake. Should have clicked onto the ranger, try and get some in value. But that's the... Yeah, I think unfortunately we have to pass here. There's just not a great deal we can do. Yeah, and they had a ring of favour as well. We don't win that round. But Munro has come out, which is a huge amount of points for them. Absolutely huge. And the full leader. I'm not scared. Obviously it's a annoying situation to be in, but it's still doable. We're on 8 cards as well. They can't just dry pass on us. Squirrel. A squirrel. No. Okay. But not all is lost. Not all is lost. So they may want to pass here. I mean, we can play Maxi. We want to play Maxi anyway. That's kind of perfect. Cern is this Bride of the Sea. Is this Vanadame? Maxi. Yeah. Yeah.
And now I shall break you.
I don't love this. Because of this. Quite simply. But I think it needs doing. Everything else is kind of clumsy. Especially without Melusine about. This round could get very clumsy very quickly. Okay. Okay. Let's Sigdriffer for Covenant. I mean, what is it achieving? The answer is a great deal. I think we actually go for Cultist, which seems very weird, but we need to get some kind of setup for Drakkar going. Or we can even just play Sigvold, because we still have Fukusha. But Sigvold into Simless is kind of insane. Like, I don't think we get 2-erd here. My concern is losing some really key stuff. Probably have an Errand diet as well. I don't. Okay, we got the lock for that.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
And perfect timing too. Of a priest that's ticking up. We can. This works out really nicely. Heal you damage.
What is your wish? What do you desire, my lady of the sea?
I kind of like Tekken in this. It feels good. It feels really good. I think they kind of realized that. And like all this time, their Erendate's not. This is kind of why I like putting Haru in with Ceres. It's a nice little inclusion. And then Alyssa, I would assume.
Know that I was trained
Last card
by
could be Simless.
Larissa de Winter herself.
To heal you. Damage you. I think what we do here is play the Bride of the Sea as a brick. So let's say that's Simless. They have 3 plus 24. I mean, no matter what the situation, we'd end up having to play Sigvold. But let's set up a situation where they can go to round 3 if they want to. Because I think we're looking good for round 3. Just if we get there. I think they're considering it now. Good. Good. Because the Sigvold into Simless is kind of a death sentence for them. Because they just end up damaging this a lot. Usha's really... I mean, we knew it was coming, right? I like Arkham Mail. I don't think there's anything else we want to do, to be honest. Get a heat wave, but not much we can do. If they have a heat wave, they have a heat wave. Okay. Alright, there's potential here, isn't there? Erendite is fine. Go Kusha for... So we could go Bride of the Sea. Why am I looking at that? That would do. I'm just thinking about what the best way to do this is. I have an idea. I have an idea.
You shall be mine forever.
So we're gonna have Rue, right? My logic here is we're trying to mess up if they want to go for a what's the word? On-it sensor. Try and mess up an on-it sensor. Because we can set this to 1. We have a 2 on the board. Makes an on-it sensor really clunky for them. So yeah, Simless comes down now.
At your age, at 2 centuries, you behave like you were barely born. Has shown us the way.
Hold that. Fill the 2. Now it's awkward for him because that last card's an on-it sensor. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we'd lose anyway. We lose anyway. Last card's on it, Sensor. Yeah. Yeah, well played by them. We didn't have a way out of that. I did consider, before anyone says like that was a misplay, I could have Mahaka milled onto one of the 4s and set it to 9, but then I would set it to 3 with like the Sigbold click. But that wouldn't have done anything because they were going to have a 2 because of the rain ticking. So before anyone calls me out on that, I was just playing into the, okay, let's say they don't have on it, Sensor, here's how we get the most points kind of line. Hunger. We need to be a little bit careful.
Great.
They don't typically like touch our stuff, so we should be kind of fine. But we obviously need to be a little bit careful. Let the Hermit go. Praise Blessing go. Could not decide on that last card. And obviously we want to find Mel. Again, it's whether we go for... Do we reckon they have a squirrel? Are they going to be running squirrel? I guess if they squirrel away an era, they're not squirreling away a LC. Also, just realizing this is really bad into like die or Nekker. Things I would do for a Doric array right now. Let's just play harder into the Nekker. If they didn't have it last time, let's say they don't have it this time. Or they just don't run it. Yeah. They're just going for this. Which, you know, is fine. We can deal with this. Obviously, they get a lot of points. Big amount of tempo for them. But that's kind of fine. We don't really care too much, I don't think. We can kind of just chill. You're obviously annoying. Put down Drakkar. Click anywhere. May as well, may as well. They actually lost Sabbath because of that, which... Fine. Restore is kind of nuts here, right? Do we need to? Let's go Havre. This is going to go up to 6. It's safe. We don't need to play Restore. I'm just getting angsty. This is perfect because look what the smallest unit is. Smallest unit kind of works out, doesn't it?
Mayhap you'll gawk at Zaracania's marvels too one day.
Here she is. Just in time.
Fool me once, death on you. No one gets to fool me twice.
I mean, I'm fine with playing Restore. Let's just do it. Let me think about this. I can heal you for 4. Damage you by 4. Yeah, that's the best way to do this. So we heal you for 4, damage you for 4. And then... Seems good. Seems good. Okay, so they're not Golden Nekker. Just thinking how careful we need to be, you know? That's the hand. Oh god, do we just go for this? With a hand like this, it's so tempting to just go for it. They're going to be running Squirrel or Savior. Something to keep in mind, isn't it? I don't want to risk them having a Squirrel or a Savior. Ella. Cool. No, but let's just go for 2-0. That's more fun, right? That's way more fun. Because this hand is just nothing short of insane, to be honest.
They're surprisingly clean creatures, as it happens.
We're going to pile on Rain, so we'll probably pull a Ride of the Sea, something like that. I should have really played Canoe. But yeah, this hand is just too This hand is just too Okay. Cute. Let's just play you. Bonk bong. And I'm undecided what will actually Ride of the Sea for. I don't know why I double click that. Let's just get Covenant back. Right, so we actually need to think about this now, don't we? A Restore onto Melusine is actually a really good shout. Yeah, I think Restore onto Melusine is bad place. That's unlucky for them. That is unlucky for them. Sequin this. Don't repeat what I've just done. I've sequenced this so badly, but it should be fine. I got too like amped up for it because I was like, this just wins. This always just wins. Aguara. I don't know why I didn't unlock the Sigvold earlier, but yeah, that. Just with that hand, I mean, you can see the points difference. When you get a hand like that, in that position, you just don't lose, quite simply. And Melusine was already at like 20 points. So we were already starting off at like 25-ish points. And then, yeah, if you can just get Canute and Sigvold and Bride of the Sea and a Restore going, it just gets out of hand. So yeah, I really like this at the moment. As you kind of saw with the Precision Strike deck, it can get a little frustrating if your opponent has the answers and if things line up. Unfortunately, here, like, we could get any carryover going on in round 1. We got like a tiny bit of carryover, but then it got squirreled away. But then this is a perfect example of how the deck can do, and games like this are more common than games like so hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next